guys? It's Earl Bunch here. Some of you guys know me and been following along for a while. Some of you guys are brand new. I just want to make this video to give you guys a little bit of insight on exactly how I was able to lose 50 pounds of fat 100% naturally. This video is cut and dry. It's about a 30-minute video. And if you guys aren't able to sit through this video, honestly, you're probably not ready to change your life anyways. So feel free to click off now. Otherwise, if you're ready to lock in, get a pen, get a paper, take some notes. Let's lock in together and let's make a bunch of gains. All right, what's up, boys? This is going to be a very important video, probably one of the most important videos I've ever made on this channel. And this is going to be going over exactly how I lost 50 pounds of fat 100% naturally, without testosterone, without any kind of steroid, any kind of PED, Ozempic, you name it. I did this transformation 100% naturally while maintaining my muscle and strength. This is the Spartan shape method and exactly how I achieved this transformation over here. 200 plus pounds, feeling shitty, out of shape, looking like shit, having man tits. My stomach was hanging over my pant line. I just had big old love handles going on. And then, next thing you know, I'm over here on the right and I'm in the 150s and I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. I look shredded. I look pretty muscular. I just felt amazing. And guys, I'm going to show you exactly how you can achieve this kind of physique 100% naturally. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication. You're going to have to get a lot of variables in check, but it's 100% doable. So how did I go from this guy over here to this guy right here? I was told by many people that as you get older, you're destined to get fat. Your metabolism is going to slow down. Throwing excuses, oh, you're getting older, it's just bound to happen. No, I realized that I couldn't just rely on the gym anymore. I had been training for a long time. I'm almost a decade into working out 100% naturally. And I always had this mindset of, oh, I just need to continue to eat, get bigger and bulk up so I can get stronger, put on more size, put on more muscle. But then I ended up like this guy right here. And yes, I did have a good amount of muscle, but at the same time, I looked like shit, like sure, I was strong, but my face was all puffy. I had man tits. I wasn't as confident in myself. And I was like, you know what? I need to make a change. And I knew if I combined low output cardio consistently with good nutrition, that the fat would melt off. And it absolutely did. I lost 50 pounds of fat in 6 months and I held on to all of my muscle here. So yeah, this is how I did it. Now, who is this for? If you're sick of being uncomfortable, taking your shirt off and feeling that little jiggle going on in your lower stomach, this is for you. If you're tired of being tired and feeling weak all the time because you have a shitty diet and bad habits, this is for you. If you're excelling in your career, working long hours and achieving financial success, but you continually feeling less confident about your physique, maybe you don't have as much time to make your health and your physique a priority, this is for you. If you're struggling with confidence and having a strong mindset like a Spartan warrior had in the medieval ages when men were real men, this is for you. If you're ready, Marvin, this isn't for you, Marvin. This is for the people. Sorry, my cat's being crazy. If you're ready to actually change your life and become the man that you've always dreamed of becoming, this is for you. Marvin, you're fine. Marvin, who is this not for? This isn't for you, Marvin. If you're looking for a quick, easy fix to get shredded, this is not for you. If you're looking to be committed during the week just to crash out over the weekends, don't even try. This isn't for you. If you're only interested in changing your physique and thinking you'll achieve that without leveling up your mindset, willpower, and discipline, this isn't for you. If you're looking to make excuses on why you can't stick to the plan, this isn't for you. Just click off. If you're not willing to make sacrifices in time and energy, I promise you, this is not for you. You need to make your health a priority. Without your health, you literally die. You have to make your health a priority. Every single human being on this planet should make their health a priority. Now, here's the truth. Everyone thinks you need to run constantly and train 2 hours a day, starve yourself to lose fat and achieve your dream physique. You do not need to do this. You don't need to do any zone 4, zone 5 cardio to lose weight. You don't need to put wear and tear on your joints and burn yourself out in 2 weeks. I've seen so many times people jogging on the side of the road. They're mid-age, they're overweight. All they're doing is, a little bit of a dopamine run. They'll probably do it for a week or two. They're going to burn themselves out and they're going to stop. And next thing, like the thing that I think about is like, they're going to go do that jog and then they're going to go eat afterwards because they're going to feel like they need to eat. And they're like, oh, I achieved something, so therefore I can reward myself. And that's just going to erase their progress. That's what they don't realize. You can't sustain that. And especially as you get older on your joints, it's just not ideal. Yes, you must train your muscles in order for them to grow. Therefore, by having a real workout plan instead of winging it every time, you will become more efficient with your workouts and get them done quicker. You do not need to starve yourself. Guys, I mean, obviously I put this picture up here to be a little dramatic. When I was on prep, I was eating chicken and rice and avocado like you see right there. You don't need to starve yourself though. Like I still had a couple cheat meals here and there. I still had high sugar in my diet, drinking a lot of energy drinks and using caffeine to my advantage. But guys, you do not need to starve yourself. You don't need to be training 2 hours a day to lose the fat, okay? Don't worry, I'm not going to let that happen to you. You don't need to be a fitness guru. Oh, let me go back. You don't need to be a fitness guru to lose a ton of fat. You just need to develop the right mindset, habits, nutrition, training to become a shredded Spartan. Like, look, I had a good amount of muscle here, but I really look like I have a good amount of muscle here, right? I look way bigger here. Guys, I was 50 pounds heavier here than I was here. It's an illusion, especially as a natural guy. Now, if you want that person to be you, I can show you exactly how you can do that. How I got in Spartan shape 100% naturally, how I conquered my inner bitch and got my dream physique, how to build muscle while losing fat, and be extremely effective with valuable time that you have and actually see results because you don't want to be wasting your time. In case you don't know me, here's a brief backstory on how I got here. I always loved playing sports like baseball, football, and track. My baseball coach in high school said I was too weak. That was a big motivator for me to start working out. He really kind of pissed me off and made me feel insecure about myself because I was 120, 130 pounds when I was playing baseball. He said I was too weak for baseball. And I'm like, bro, I mean, it's mainly a skill sport. What do you mean too weak, this and that? And, I was the fastest kid on my team, but sure, I wasn't a home run hitter. But I think that really sparked a fire in me to get my ass in the gym. So I started lifting seriously at age 14. I started working full-time right out of high school, cleaning chimneys. I do a dirty day job, and I clean chimneys for a living. My dad owns a business. I just run it with him full-time. It's a dirty job, and that's why I'm doing this, because I don't want to get dirty for the rest of my life and breathe in creosote. It's not good for the lungs because I'm very big on health. I bulked up for the past 5 years, and I hit my goal, which was a 315-pound bench press, 3 plates. I didn't care how I got there. I just wanted to put on as much mass and size as I possibly could to get to that bench press mark. It was a pretty big deal for me to finally hit that. And then I decided it was time to lose the fat and actually get in shape. And that's exactly what I did. Being a skinny teenager here, getting all the way up to a fat ass obese young man here, and then finally getting jacked there. And, it's crazy because I was probably closer in weight from this picture to this picture than I was here to here. And it's just because I said I just had so much excess fat on me, and I knew it was time for me to get it off. The Spartan Shape program is my fat loss and muscle gain method I built through my own trial and error by training hard, using cardio, and tracking calories to achieve the Spartan physique. And I decided to break all this down for you guys for free. And look at this transformation. You can just see the fat here. I had good frame and everything, but boom, cut it all off. And then look at this, guys. It's just embarrassing at this point. I had full man tits to this. Guys, you can achieve this naturally. You can 100% do it. I know you can because I've done it. In the following steps, I'm going to outline the entire process, A to Z, of what I did to accomplish these results so you can use my Spartan Shape program to shred fat while building muscle 100% naturally. The bunch of gains, Spartan Shape method, guarantee results 100% naturally, 100% effort. Mindset, reprogram your mind. That's going to be number 1. Habits, develop automatic habits. This is so big. Once you have your mindset and your habits locked, it's like automatic with weight loss. Once I realized, okay, I want to lose fat. I know exactly what my goal is. I'm ready to lose fat. and then I gave myself a set date to lose the fat by, which would have been my show day. I had the pressure on my shoulders, like I'm doing it, I'm committed. It's important to have a set date. So I highly recommend have a date that you pick out. Maybe like it's a vacation. Maybe you're going to someone's wedding. Maybe you're going to the beach and you just want to look good. Maybe it's for summertime. Whatever it is, if you have a date, you're so much more likely to actually follow through and lose the fat. It works so well for me, and I know it can work for you guys. Develop the automatic habits. That's going to come down to your nutrition and training and just what you track on a day-to-day basis. I tracked my weight every single day to ensure that I mentally knew starting out that day right in the morning, okay, this is how much I weighed today. So I know exactly what I need to do to keep the pen moved forward. Nutrition, understanding proper diet. It's very important to understand your diet. If you don't do that, you're going to be screwed when it comes to fat loss because you're not going to be able to lose weight unless you lock in that diet. It's 85% nutrition if you're losing fat, 15% training. Training, high output training, obviously cardio we'll throw in there as well. You don't have to do a ton of cardio. You don't have to be jogging and sprinting and doing all this crazy stuff. I incline walked for 5 to 6 months and lost 50 pounds of fat, guys. You don't need to do high intensity workouts. You just need to do good workouts that good blood flow into the right muscle groups. And I promise you, you will hold on to that muscle as long as you're maintaining your body weight and protein. Let me show you the exact system I used to finally achieve the physique I had always dreamed of without having to buy Ozempic or pin myself with PEDs or steroids. Build a warrior Spartan mindset. Build my discipline. Cut out all excuses. Started training each body part twice a week for a well-rounded physique. Completing my cardio daily without miss. Tracked my body weight daily. Say no to random junk food that didn't help me hit my goals and became hyper consistent. This is what I started to do. It was all about discipline. And guys, everybody can implement this stuff. It's not a matter of if you can do it. It's a matter about how long you can do it and withstand it. If you want to be a real man who can actually stick to his word and follow through with something, it's such a good skill to have high levels of discipline and develop that over your lifetime because it's very important as men. We got to be able to have discipline. And as you look here, like I literally tracked every single day my weight. I was prepping all my food. Now, obviously, this is the extreme. This is not what I'm asking you guys to do in my program. We don't need to go to the extreme to get this kind of result. I just wanted to get there as fast as possible. So I was willing to actually lock in, do whatever it took to get there. Leveling up my mindset. I needed to completely change my mindset from focusing only on strength to aesthetics being the priority. Because I was so focused on the 315 benchmark for so long, I let go of the aesthetic part of it. And honestly, that was the main reason I started working out. I wanted to look like a Spartan. I wanted to look like King Leonidas in the Spartan 300 movie, or even like Kratos when I played God of War. I wanted to look like that jacked guy with a six-pack, with the big chest and shoulders and all that. And I kind of lost touch with that because I was so focused. My mindset was so focused on gaining strength and just getting as big as possible because I thought if I'm natural, I'm going to have to bulk up for so long just to get big. And yes, it took me a long time to do it, but I do think it was worth it. But honestly, like I had stomach issues and we'll get into that down the line, but bulking up as a natural, it's not very healthy for you. Neither is it cutting down too low, but I think I definitely got to that right, 12 to 10% body fat range. That's where you want to ideally get to. Applying the knowledge I gained from coaches and influencers, understanding that as a natural, you will lose some strength if you are in the long-term deficit, which did happen to me. I was hitting 225 for 17 reps at my peak bulk, and nowadays I'm hitting it for more like 12, maybe 15 reps on a great day. Putting myself in a position to succeed and around like-minded people. Started studying the best ways to lose fat and keep as much muscle as possible. Build a new muscle or build new muscle on my way down. Obviously, it's a lot harder as a natural to build muscle on your way down, but you can definitely do it, especially if you're a newbie. I've been training for a long time, so I don't think I really built any muscle on the way down, but I definitely shred all the fat. So, I was pretty proud of what I was able to accomplish. Conquer habits and nutrition. Destroy my bad habits. Just like any other teenager, I picked up some bad habits late in high school. As you can tell here, me blowing a nice little O. Nicotine, smoking weed, sleeping in, I did it all. I had fun. I did my thing, whatever. But guys, if you're able to quit something like nicotine, like I was able to do, you realize, man, if I can quit something addictive, I can do anything. And since I quit nicotine, I'm like, man, if I quit nicotine, I can quit caffeine eventually if I really wanted to, or I can quit, drinking soda or whatever it may be. I can quit sleeping in. Like I used to sleep in so much, and now I'm up every single day. My alarm clock goes off. I get up, 90% of the time. Sometimes I'll still miss. Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone has vices. No one's perfect. I tell myself and I tell my clients, if you're 80%, you're solid. You're doing great. So I knew if I could quit nicotine, like I said, and develop a strong enough mindset, you could do anything. I saw friends try again to quit, but failed. I knew it would be hard, but I've given it a deeper meaning to myself to quit. I went to the ER because I couldn't breathe. It was time to lock in and finally change, as you see here. And I believe this was from my stomach. I started having stomach issues, which I believe was from the Zyn. Everybody knows those Zyn pouches. I swallowed a Zyn pouch, and I think that's what caused me to have stomach issues and end up in the hospital. I'm not 100% sure, but they told me I was constipated and I was having stomach issues. It was terrible. It was for like 3 months. I had really bad stomach issues, and yeah, it was not good. I knew it was time to lock in and finally lose some weight. So developing new good habits in nutrition. I started taking my goals serious by setting a goal to step on stage again in a natural bodybuilding show. I tracked my body weight every day, started tracking my macros and workouts. I understood consistency would get me there, making sure I was executing my goals 80% of the time minimum, eating whole foods, completing cardio and all my workouts 6 days a week without miss. So yeah, like I said, just staying consistent. I'm being a little smart ass over here. So excited to eat this. I was eating the same thing for so long. It was rough, but guys, if you want to fast track your fitness, eat the same thing every day. That's a big tip I can give you. Obviously, you don't have to eat as clean as I did for the prep, but if you want to, eating as clean as possible is going to definitely be ideal. Train like a warrior. The Spartan Shape program, I developed the perfect workout routine that hits all your muscle groups twice a week. This gives you multiple chances to recover and be in muscle hypertrophy. Training to failure on key movements to ensure that you are breaking the muscle fibers down to rebuild them later. That's why it's important to get your protein in. Actually tracking progress to ensure you are not wasting a single workout session. This is so key and so important because I see so many guys go to the gym, just wing it, do whatever they feel that day, and then they wonder why they look the same a year later. If you don't have an actual plan on what you want to do, how do you ever expect to achieve what you're trying to achieve? And most guys that go to the gym, they don't even know what they're trying to achieve. They're like, I'm just here, to try to put on muscle. I'm just here because I want to get stronger. Like, what does that mean? How many pounds of muscle are we trying to put on? How much strength are we trying to put on? What's your bench at right now? It's at 185. Are we trying to go to 225? Are we trying to go to 225 for reps? Make it specific on what you're trying to do. And this program really makes everything like, boom, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So specific, so that way you know exactly what you're heading towards. So that way there's really no excuses. The only reason why you wouldn't achieve your goals running the Spartan Shape program is if you just didn't try, if you didn't put in the work, because it's hard work. Like, you're not going to look like this unless you try. You have to try. It's not just going to be handed to you. The reason why it's valuable to look like that is because not a lot of people are willing to put in the work to do it. And I assume you are if you're still watching this video. So let's lock it in. Consistent cardio. I saw time after time again overweight people huffing and puffing on a treadmill. I myself was overweight and having a hard time breathing, so I added cardio to my routine, but not jogging or running. I also have a hard time breathing because, like I said, I clean chimneys for a living, so I'm breathing in creosote sometimes. Even though I wear a mask, it doesn't completely get rid of the creosote, getting in my lungs or whatever. So I didn't want to have to, jog on a treadmill every single day, and I understood that I could still lose fat just by incline walking or just dialing in my diet. The reason for this is to burn a couple hundred calories extra every day on top of being in a caloric deficit. This will make it easier to stay consistent and avoid burnout, especially to someone who's out of shape. So if you're already starting out of shape, you don't want to have to start jogging every single day. You're going to hate that. You are going to hate life in 2 weeks. You're going to be sore. You're just going to burn out really quick. You're going to feel unmotivated because it's going to be really hard at first. What you want to do is ease into it. You start by walking, and then down the line, if you really want to, you can start jogging. I was jogging, 2-3 weeks when I was out of my show, and I just then started jogging because I was like, I want to lose an extra 1 or 2 pounds right before the show. So I made it in my program to start jogging towards the end, even though I didn't do that the whole time. So like the last 2-3 weeks of my prep, I started jogging. Then I started jogging. I was already down 45 pounds, a good 40 pounds at least. So that's why I say just don't jog. You don't need to. Like I literally went from this to this by walking. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of people may not believe it, but I can't believe it really. It's just all about diet, and it's all about just making sure you're moving. Hard work is the easy way. If you truly want to make a lifetime change on your confidence, health, and physique, you should understand that it will take hard work. Nothing worth having comes easy. And if it were easy, it wouldn't be worth having. People respect people who are in shape because they did the work that they weren't willing to do. I'm not going to tell you this will be easy, but it can definitely be quicker and less confusing with my help. That being said, now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're tired of becoming out of breath easy, upset with what you see in the mirror, over wasting months without progress, and you're ready to finally get a six pack, wanting to make a lifestyle change and a bunch of gains, unlock your full potential, and become a modern day Spartan, my program is for you. I specialize in fat loss. As you can tell, I lost 50 pounds of fat. I'm helping other guys lose fat and also hold their muscle, if not gain muscle. I do help men build muscle as well. If you're interested in my one-on-one coaching, book a call down below. Otherwise, you can reach out to me on Instagram at EarlBunch_, and we can book a call from there. Or we can just chit chat back and forth and kind of see what your goals are and if this program is even worth it for you. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some value out of this video, and I hope to be speaking to you soon. I will see you guys in the next one.